So whether you're looking at tech, whether you're looking at admin, whether you're looking at finance, a lot of Americans who are qualified aren't getting the job because their jobs are being outsourced.
But does that include Black Americans?
I mean, yeah, Black Americans are Americans. Black Americans get even harder, get hit even harder because of the illegal immigration we have going on. So because of illegal immigration, Black Americans are getting even less job opportunities.
Even if they're qualified, even when they are qualified.
Even when they're qualified for every
overqualified. Many of us are overqualified. I know many Black Americans with postgraduate degrees are in positions that they are where they're not getting the income they deserve and they're not getting the opportunities that they deserve. But thank you for saying that because I wanted to take that to Dante because you spoke earlier about being a Black man and there's some differences there. So what are your thoughts on that as a Black man? You know, you have three young boys that you're raising on your own. Uh, so how do you feel about the State of the Union removing Donald Trump from the equation?
So there's so many layers. I'm going to speak on just the social structure of America right now. America used to be, even with all the civil rights and the struggle for rights and the struggle for equality, America used to be a family orientated nation where families were the structures of communities, even in the white community. But now I feel like society has become so perverted, with women being able to sell themselves on OnlyFans.
But men too.
Well, of course, that too.
You're not going to hear about them though.
But every nation is not necessarily judged by the men. The nation in the civilization is judged how the women conduct themselves. So I feel like one, as far as the social aspects, the family structure has dissolved in many ways. There's a war against male and female relationships in this nation now. And I think in order to have any successful nation, you need strong families. You need strong families because strong families breed strong communities.
Are you speaking of Black families or just families in general?
I'm speaking families in general. It's not just the Black family. This is families across the board. Now, when you're talking about other cultures that come here, they still bring their culture and usually follow that, but they also have a way of becoming Americanized, where the American social engineering is kind of impacted. The level of the things that we see on TV, the things that we hear in music, everything has become more of a low vibrational state. And it has impacted, especially because the level of education is so low. I feel like these schools, and I have three boys that are in school, so I feel like these schools are just trying to get these kids through versus actually trying to develop these children. These teachers have classes full of students, and whoever's left behind is sort of left behind. Of course, it's up to the parents, of course, in my opinion, to make sure that their children are educated. But I feel like when you have a degradation in the societal structure, you have a degradation in the educational structure, then you have a whole community that begins to fall apart. Then you have
the government. I'm sorry to interrupt you. Is the government the fault of that?